Building a normal roof is easy. Building a roof that spans over 1,000 feet with absolutely zero support pillars is an engineering nightmare. One tiny math mistake and thousands of tons of steel will come crashing down. Today, we are stepping inside the top 10 largest domes ever constructed. You will see a massive titanium echo chamber that ruins concerts, and a Soviet science experiment that ended in total disaster. But what is the bizarre, high-flying secret hiding in the ceiling of the #1 largest dome on the planet? Let us find out, starting at number 10. Number 10. The Tropical Islands Dome in Germany. This colossal structure spans 210 meters across. Originally constructed as a mega hangar designed to manufacture gigantic cargo blimps, the creators dreamed of massive airships transporting goods globally. But that dream collapsed, leaving behind an empty steel shell that enclosed 5 million cubic meters of space. Instead of tearing it down, a visionary buyer transformed this industrial cavern into a surreal indoor rainforest. Today, thousands of visitors swim in a massive artificial ocean and walk on sandy beaches, entirely trapped inside a dome large enough to fit the Eiffel Tower laying on its side. Leaving the surreal rainforests of Germany, we travel to the scorching deserts of Saudi Arabia to find a record-breaking marvel. Number 9. The Jeddah Superdome in Saudi Arabia. Spanning 210 meters across, it ties our number 10 spot. However, it holds the Guinness World Record for the largest continuous, non-openable roof on the planet. Built in record time during the global pandemic, it is a massive geodesic dome, relying on a highly efficient web of interconnected metal triangles to distribute its weight without needing a single support pillar inside. The massive metal frame was covered with a specialized fabric, creating a vast, uninterrupted event space covering over 34,000 square meters. It proves monumental engineering does not always require decades. Moving from the Middle East, we cross the Asian continent to find a shiny fortress sitting on the Japanese coast. Number 8. The Fukuoka Dome in Japan. Spanning 212 meters, this is a heavyweight champion. The roof alone weighs a mind-boggling 12,000 tons. Why so heavy? The entire surface is coated in pure titanium to fight off the highly corrosive, salt-heavy ocean winds. But that brilliant defense mechanism created a massive problem. The pure titanium roof turns the entire stadium into a gigantic echo chamber. During loud concerts, the sound bounces off the metal ceiling so aggressively that music turns into a chaotic mess. Fixing this acoustic nightmare is incredibly expensive. You might think they could just open the roof, but the heavy titanium design is so inefficient that it costs around $10,000 just to open and close it once. Moving from a deafening echo chamber to a bizarrely open-air concept, we travel north to the Sayama Hills. Number 7. The Seibu Dome in Japan, stretching 220 meters wide. Most domes are built from the ground up as one completely sealed room, but the Seibu Dome actually started its life as an ordinary open-air baseball stadium tucked into a hillside. After seeing their games washed out by rainstorms, the owners wanted a roof. But the existing concrete seats would literally crumble under standard heavy support columns. Construction crews built massive metallic rings on the outside perimeter over 2 years. They slowly pushed these rings inward, hovering in mid-air until they locked together. Incredibly, they left the walls completely open. There is a huge, continuous gap between the top of the grandstands and the floating roof. Natural breezes blow right through the crowd, and a batter with enough power can actually hit a baseball right out of the stadium entirely. But before we keep climbing our list, here is a quick hint. Number 6 is strange, but wait until you hear about the massive floating grass field in number 5. By the way, if you are enjoying the video, kindly like and subscribe. It really helps out. Leaving the breezy walls of Japan, we fly to Jiangsu province to witness a massive robotic spider. Number 6. The Nantong Sports Center in China. Spanning 240 meters across, this facility looks like a colossal metallic spider. The roof is split into 2 gigantic movable shells, and each half weighs over 1,100 tons. When the operators open the sky, they rely on a brutal, heavy-duty hydraulic propulsion system. Imagine 8 massive mechanical winches driven by pure fluid pressure, slowly dragging thousands of tons of steel across 44 heavy-capacity trolleys. It takes 20 exact minutes to open the dome fully. Amazingly, operating this system costs a mere 800 Chinese yuan per cycle, but this stadium completely lacks solid outer walls. It was designed to block heavy rain, but it lets the ambient temperature and sweeping winds blow right through the 32,244 seats. Traveling from China back to the freezing north of Japan, we find a stadium that performs a magic trick. Number 5. The Sapporo Dome. Spanning 245 meters, this structure is a masterpiece of kinetic architecture. Because local winters bring crushing snow, a sliding roof would jam and collapse. So, engineers built a permanently fixed roof coated in rough asphalt to keep deadly sheets of ice from sliding off onto pedestrians. But the real magic happens at ground level. Professional soccer strictly requires natural grass, which cannot survive inside a dark dome. The solution? They grow the massive soccer pitch outdoors on a giant metal and concrete tray weighing 8,300 tons. When game day arrives, high-powered air pumps blast wind underneath the tray, literally hovering the thousands of tons of dirt and grass. 34 motorized wheels then slowly drive the floating grass field inside the stadium. It takes 25 minutes for the field to slide into place, creating a perfect playing surface. Moving away from floating grass, we journey to a tight riverbank in the United Kingdom. Number 4. The Principality Stadium in Wales. Stretching 272 meters wide, this massive arena was squeezed right onto the banks of a river. The soil was so dangerously unstable near the water that builders had to drive 1,350 concrete pillars deep into the solid bedrock just to keep this massive dome from slowly sinking. The stadium relies on 4 massive 90-meter-tall metal masts that anchor the suspension cables holding everything together. The retractable roof slides open using 212.5 kilometers of highly tensioned steel cables. If you laid the roof cables end to end, they would stretch across the entire country. But hold on tight, because the sheer structural terror happening at our number 2 spot will absolutely blow your mind. Leaving the muddy riverbanks of Wales, we fly back to Japan to witness a stadium that mimics a living creature. Number 3. The Resonac Dome Oita. With an incredible span of 274 meters, nicknamed the Big Eye, this dome was designed to look and behave like a living biological organism. Architects call this the Japanese metabolist movement, which advocates for buildings emulating natural life cycles. The main roof is a giant spherical cap made from a highly durable translucent fabric. It acts like a giant glowing lantern, catching natural sunlight and diffusing it perfectly across the entire interior volume. Even when the roof is tightly closed to keep the rain out, the inside is completely bathed in bright natural light. When the weather clears up, the fabric panels mechanically slide downward from the top center towards the edges, visually mimicking a colossal human eye slowly opening to stare directly up into the sky. Transitioning from a glowing eye to a monstrous powerhouse of American football, we head deep into Texas. Number 2. The AT&T Stadium, spanning 275 meters of pure, terrifying structural power. To build a room holding over 100,000 screaming football fans, you absolutely cannot have a single pillar blocking their view. Engineers designed 2 monumental metal arches spanning 1,225 feet from one end to the other. Massive concrete abutments buried deep underground are the only things stopping the arches from flattening out. These gigantic curved spines shoot nearly 300 feet into the air. They bear the entire burden of a 14,000-ton steel roof all by themselves. But the most terrifying challenge was the giant television screen. The billionaire owners hung a 1.2 million pound video board directly from the roof trusses. Imagine a metal box weighing as much as 3 jumbo jets dangling on thin steel cables exactly 90 feet directly over the players' heads. Scorching Texas heat causes massive steel arches to expand, and high winds push the building around. If the roof sways even a little, that giant video board could start swinging like a deadly pendulum. To prevent disaster, engineers invented incredibly complex active shock absorbers to keep the screen perfectly still while the giant dome flexes and breathes. Incredibly, it is still not the biggest on our list. Leaving Texas heat to the pinnacle of modern engineering, we arrive at the equator for our final destination. Number 1. The Singapore National Stadium, a world record holding 310 meters in diameter. You could take the entire Sydney Opera House, drop it completely inside this cavernous space, and still have plenty of room to walk around the edges. Building a free-spanning dome this unfathomably large is like trying to balance a massive, delicate eggshell made of interlaced steel. Structural engineers used a super advanced, highly tensioned concrete ring beam that locks the incredibly thin metal roof pieces together. Sitting on the equator, the extreme tropical heat and suffocating humidity would normally turn a sealed dome of this size into an absolute oven. Instead, engineers designed the dome to act like a giant, intelligent wind tunnel. The exterior shape captures natural ocean breezes and funnels them inside. Meanwhile, special mechanical vents pump ice-cold air directly underneath every single spectator seat. This ingenious system keeps people perfectly cool while allowing the vast upper atmosphere to remain naturally hot, saving immense amounts of electricity. And remember that open loop from the beginning? The true secret lies high up in the ceiling. A colossal third of this record-breaking roof is fully retractable, gliding open silently on heavy-duty steel ropes. Maintaining this behemoth is a terrifying job. Because of the vast web of roof trusses, you cannot just use a simple crane to wipe it down. It takes a highly specialized team of rope-climbing daredevils an entire year, dangling freely 80 meters in the air, just to wash the roof once. This facility single-handedly redefines the physical limits of human engineering, claiming the undisputed crown as the biggest dome on Earth. If you thought these massive human-made structures were mind-blowing, just wait until you see the colossal heights created by nature. Click the video on screen right now to explore the top highest mountains in the world, and I will see you there.